Hello students, in this presentation we will be discussing the basic concepts related to the topic matrices. So definition of a matrix.
Definition: a matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or functions enclosed within brackets. Example: matrix 101, 202. So this particular matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. Consider another example: matrix x square 2x cos x minus sin x. This particular matrix has 2 rows and 2 columns. Note 1. Matrices are denoted by capital letters A, B, C, etc. and their elements are denoted by small case letters. Next. Note 2. Numbers can be real or complex. The elements of a matrix are always real numbers or complex numbers.
Note 3. Each of the mn numbers consisting an m cross n matrix is called as an element of the matrix. Note 4. In general, M cross n is said to be the order of the matrix, where M stands for the number of rows and n stands for the number of columns. Note 5. Order of the matrix is denoted by O of A. Example: matrix 101, 202. So the matrix is consisting of 2 rows and 3 columns. Therefore, the order of this matrix is 2 cross 3. 2 cross 3. Note 6. The number of elements in a matrix of order m cross n is mn. So the product of the rows, number of rows and number of columns gives us the number of elements. Note 7. The general representation of a m cross n matrix is Aij m cross n, where I stands for number of rows and j stands for the number of columns. So we will try to understand the general representation of a 3 cross 2 matrix. So when we are considering a 3 cross 2 matrix, the value of I is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 3. So I can take the values 1, 2, 3. Similarly, j is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 2, and j takes the value 1 and 2. Now we will write down the elements of the 3 cross 2 matrix. So for the first element, value of I is equal to 1 and j equal to 1. So we get A11. Next, for the second element, I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2. We get the element A12. For the third element, I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 1. It represents the second row first element A21. Next, for the second row second element, I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 2. For the third row first element, I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 1. And the last element, I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 2. We get A32. Next, we will be discussing some problems based on order of a matrix. So the first question, in a matrix A equal to 2, 5, 19, minus 7, 35, minus 2, 5 by 2, 12, root 3, 1, minus 5, 17, we need to calculate order of the matrix and then number of the elements, and third we need to calculate the indicated elements A13, A21, A23, A24 and A33. So we will start with the order of the matrix. So just by observing the matrix, there are 3 rows and 4 columns. So the order of the matrix is 3 cross 4. Next, number of elements is the product of number of rows and number of columns. So 3 into 4, the value will be equal to 12. So there will be 12 elements in the given matrix. Next, we need to calculate the indicated terms A13, that is first row third element, which is equal to 19. So A13 will be equal to 19. Next, A21, that is second row first element, which is equal to 35. Next, A23, second row third element, which is equal to 5 by 2. Next, A24, second row fourth element, which is equal to 12, and the last element A33, which is equal to third row third element, that is minus 5. So this was a simple example related to calculation of indicated term, order of the matrix and number of elements in a matrix. So in the next example, now we will discuss how to calculate the possible orders for a matrix with given elements. So here is a question. If a matrix has 8 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? So to calculate the number of possible orders for a matrix with 8 elements, first we list out the ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is equal to 8. So here we need to consider the numbers such that the product is equal to 8. So 8 can be written as 1 into 8. So this is the first order. Second, we can write 8 into 1 is again 8. Third, we can write it as 2 into 4. And fourth, we can write it as 4 cross 2. So there are 4 possible orders, and they are 1 cross 8, 8 cross 1, 2 cross 4 and 4 cross 2. We will consider another similar example. If a matrix has 24 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? And what if it has 13 elements? So here we need to calculate the possible orders if a matrix has 24 elements. So for this we go on writing the set of ordered pairs whose product is equal to 24. So the first ordered pair will be 1 cross 24, next 24 cross 1, 2 cross 12, 12 cross 2, 3 cross 8, 8 cross 3, 4 cross 6 and 6 cross 4. So altogether there are 8 possible orders for a matrix with 24 elements. Next part of the question, what if it has 13 elements? So if m into n is equal to 13, then we can observe that 13 is a prime number. So 13 is multiple of itself and 1. So the only possible orders are 1 cross 13, and 13 cross 1. So whenever a prime number is given, the number of possible orders will be only 2. Next, we will discuss some more examples based on constructing a matrix whose indicated term is given.
So we'll consider an example. Construct a 2 cross 2 matrix whose indicated term is. So in that first sub question, Aij is equal to I plus j whole square divided by 2. Next, second sub question, Aij is equal to I divided by j. So we will consider the solution of the first sub question. Aij is equal to I plus j whole square divided by 2. So a 2 cross 2 matrix, it consists of 4 elements. That is, I and j take 4 different values. So we'll start with the first value. That is, I can take the value as 1 and 2 and j can take the value as 1 and 2. So the required matrix is of the form A11, A12, A21 and A22. So to calculate the first term, we are substituting I is equal to 1 and j equal to 1 in the given equation. So Aij will be equal to I plus j whole square divided by 2. So A11 is equal to 1 plus 1 whole square divided by 2. So 1 plus 1 we get 2, 2 square is 4, 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Similarly, we will calculate the next term A12. So 1 plus 2 whole square divided by 2 we get 9 upon 2. Next, A21. So A21 will be equal to 2 plus 1 whole square divided by 2, which is equal to 9 upon 2. Next, the last term A22 will be equal to 2 plus 2 whole square and divided by 2, that is 16 divided by 2, which is equal to 8. Finally, we need to substitute all the 4 elements in the matrix A. So the first element is 2, second element is 9 by 2, third element is 9 by 2 and fourth element is 8. So this is how we construct a 2 cross 2 matrix whose indicated term is Aij equal to I plus j whole square divided by 2. Next, we will consider the second sub question. Aij is equal to I upon j. So A11 will be equal to 1 upon 1, which is equal to 1. Next, A12 will be equal to 1 upon 2. Next, A21 will be equal to 2 upon 1 and A22 will be equal to 2 upon 2, which is equal to 1. Next, again we need to arrange all the terms in the given matrix. So matrix A of order 2 cross 2 will be equal to 1, 1 by 2, 2 and 1. So this is the required 2 cross 2 matrix whose indicated element is Aij is equal to I by j. So you can solve some more examples with matrix of order 3 cross 3 for. So next we are discussing an objective type question. The number of all possible matrices of order 3 cross 3 with each entry 0 or 1 is. So the options are 1, 27 matrices, second 18, third one 81 and fourth 512. So to solve this, here first we observe the order of the matrix. The order of the matrix is 3 cross 3. So the general representation will be A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33. Now each element of this 3 cross 3 matrix can be replaced by either 0 or 1. So each element can take two values, that is 0 or 1. So the first element can be written in two ways, that is either it can be 1 or 0. Similarly, second element, third element can take two possible values. Similarly, all the elements of the second row, all the elements of the third column, second column and the first column. Similarly, all the elements of the third column, third row. Okay, so each element can be written in two possible ways. Therefore, by using the fundamental principle of counting, the number of possible ways in which a matrix can be formed will be equal to 2 to the power 9. That is 9 elements, and each element can be written in two possible ways. So when we simplify it, we get 2 raised to 9, which is equal to 512 ways. Next, types of matrices. So first type we are considering. So we will first try to understand some example and then define the definition. So first example, matrix with all the 4 elements equal to 0, that is a 2 cross 2 matrix whose all elements are 0. Next, a 2 cross 3 matrix with all the 3 elements equal to 0. So in the two examples you can see that all the elements of these matrices are 0. So we can define a 0 matrix. So we get a matrix whose all elements are zeros is known as a null matrix or a 0 matrix. So if all the elements of a given matrix are 0, then such a matrix is said to be a 0 matrix. Next, we will consider another example, matrix with elements 1, 2, 3. So the order of this matrix is 1 cross 3. Next, a matrix with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Order of this is 1 cross 5. So in both the examples we can see there is only one row. That means only one row and any number of columns, which leads to the definition of row matrix. So a row matrix can be defined as a matrix having one and only one row and finite number of columns. And the order of a row matrix is 1 cross n. Consider the example, matrix 1, 2. The order of this matrix is 2 cross 1. Next, matrix 1, 2, 3 with order 3 cross 1. So in both the examples you can see that the number of columns are equal to 1. This leads us to the definition of column matrix. A matrix having only one column and finite number of rows is known as a column matrix, and the order of the column matrix is n cross 1. Next, consider the example, matrix 147, 201, 928. The order of this matrix is 3 cross 3. So in this matrix there are 3 rows and 3 columns. That is, it has equal number of rows and columns. This leads to the definition of square matrix. A matrix whose number of rows and number of columns are equal is known as a square matrix. Next, consider example matrix 1 2 3 4 5 6. The order of this matrix is 2 cross 3. Matrix 8 4 3 6 2 8 4 7. The order is 2 cross 4. So in the first example there are 2 rows and 3 columns. In the second example there are 2 rows and 4 columns. In both the matrices the number of rows are not equal to number of columns. This leads us to the definition of rectangular matrix. A matrix whose number of rows and columns are not equal is known as a rectangular matrix. Consider some examples. Matrix 2 4 1 0 or of order 2 cross 2. Next, matrix 1 6 7 2 9 4 8 2 8 of order 3 cross 3. So in both the matrices the number of rows are equal to number of columns. So they are the examples for an square matrix. So the shaded elements 2 0 1 9 8 are called as the diagonal elements. This leads us to the definition of diagonal elements. Definition: in a square matrix the elements of the form Aij where I is equal to j are known as diagonal elements. So next, this leads us to the definition of principal diagonal. The line along which the diagonal elements lie is known as a principal diagonal. So definition of non-diagonal elements. In a square matrix, the elements of the form Aij where I is not equal to j are known as non-diagonal elements. Example: 273 725 482. So in this example the shaded elements indicate the non-diagonal elements, that is 735 and 748. So the non-diagonal elements are 735 748. Next, consider some more example. Matrix 1 0 0 2, matrix 1 0 0 0 5 0 0 0 3. So in the first matrix the diagonal elements are 1 and 2 and all the non-diagonal elements are 0. Similarly, in the second example the diagonal elements are 1 5 3 and the non-diagonal elements are 0. This leads to the definition of a diagonal matrix. A square matrix whose non-diagonal elements are 0 is known as a diagonal matrix. Consider next example. Matrix -3 0 0 -3. In this example, both the diagonal elements are equal. Matrix 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2. So again, in this matrix all the diagonal elements are equal to 2. In these matrices all the diagonal elements are equal and all the non-diagonal elements are 0. This leads us to the next definition, the definition for a scalar matrix. A square matrix whose non-diagonal elements are zeros and diagonal elements are same is known as a scalar matrix. So in case of scalar matrix, the diagonal elements will be same and non-diagonal elements will be equal to 0. Next, consider the matrix I2 equal to 1 0 0 1, I3 equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. So in these matrices all the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and all the non-diagonal elements are zeros. This leads us to the definition of identity matrix. A matrix, a square matrix whose non-diagonal elements are zeros and diagonal elements are 1 is known as a unit matrix or identity matrix. The identity matrix is always denoted by IN, where n stands for the order of the matrix. So if the order is 2 cross 2, we denote it as I2, and if the order is 3 cross 3, we denote it as I3. Next, consider another matrix. Example, matrix 1 2 3 0 4 5 0 0 6. Observe all the elements below the principal diagonal elements are zeros. So you can see the lower part of the matrix are zeros, and also it looks like a upper triangle. That is, the upper triangle elements have some value and the three elements below them, all the elements are equal to 0. This leads us to the next definition of upper triangular matrix. A square matrix whose non-diagonal elements below the principal diagonals are zeros is known as an upper triangular. Next, consider another example. 1 0 0 2 3 0 4 5 6. So in this case you can see the elements above the principal diagonal are 0. This leads us to the definition for lower triangular matrix. So a square matrix whose non-diagonal elements above the principal diagonal are zeros is known as a triangular matrix.